Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. There's someone across from me. I can see them. I hope they can't see me. Oh my god. So today I figured I would do a tips video for any of you that are wanting to apply to university or looking into universities that you wanna, you've got an idea of what kind of course you wanna do. Yeah, so I thought I would make this video about tips on how to find the right uni for you. So I've written down some little notes on my laptop. I've just got to log in. This is basically everything that I did when it came to picking uni, and it's worked for me and helps me, and I'm really happy where I am, and I really like the course and stuff like that. So I figured I would tell some of you guys and help some of you decide what uni you want to go to. Obviously, uni is not the be-all and end-all. You don't have to go to uni if you don't want to. If you can't find a course that you like, then maybe wait, apply another year. But like I said, you don't have to go to uni. I obviously just like uni, but there are plenty of people I know that aren't. Also, I'm really sorry my voice goes in this video because it was better, and for some reason it's now bad again. I don't know if this video is going to be a bit different because I have a new editing software. I downloaded Adobe Premiere, so I'm going to try it out with this video, and maybe the editing will be snazzier. I don't know, might put some things along the screen, we'll see. It's a lot more high-tech from iMovie, which is what I used to use, so we will see how that goes. But yeah, I've just got a list on my laptop just there, and I'm just going to read through. I think there's about 6 points that I've got. Why have I got blue tack on here? Yeah, so I've just got 6 kind of tips for any of you guys that wanted any help with looking for a uni or applying and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go through them and read them out. So the first thing that I've got down is to research the course. You kind of need to have an idea of what kind of course you want to do. So obviously I knew that I wanted to do a course either to do with film, TV, media, because that was my favourite subject, so I knew that that was the kind of field I wanted to go into. So I heavily researched courses. I looked up entrance grades, I looked up the course leaders for the unis I looked at. I also looked at the rank of the course in the country. So the Uni of Gloucestershire, I think they're one of the top 20 in the country for TV. I looked at the modules that they covered to see what kind of things they taught you in the course and kind of how they mark you. So my course isn't an exam course. We do write a dissertation type paper at the end of the 3 years, but it's mainly marked in the lectures and when you're actually doing the work, and any work that you make is mainly coursework based. I also compared it to the other unis that I looked at. So I also looked at Bournemouth and Bath Spa as well, and I compared their courses to the one at Gloucestershire. I also looked at how much time I was going to be spending at uni. I think it's really valuable to know how much time you're going to be spending there, how many hours a week you've got contact, because some unis do not have a lot of contact hours at all, which for some people might be a good thing and you might like that, but that might be a bad thing because you're not actually spending a lot of time in the course. But obviously it depends on the person. If you want a course that is going to be less hours so you have more free time to do other work and to have a job or whatever, then that's cool, but that depends on what kind of course you want to do. If you want to do a media course, I would say the best kind of course would be one with a lot of contact hours, so that you're doing a lot of filming and stuff like that, and being taught how to film. It depends on what kind of course you want to do. If you want to do English, then you might not need a lot of contact hours, because a lot of it might be you have you have 2 lectures a week and then the rest of it is personal research, whatever, and reading and stuff like that. So the next tip I would give in terms of looking for a university is to research the university itself. You've got to get a good feel of how you're going to fit in. Look at the uni's accommodation. You have to be comfortable living, in that place or at that uni. So if you're going to look at a uni and you see the photos of the accommodation and you're just no, that is not for me, then you know that you're probably going to be really unhappy if you go there anyway. So yeah, I would say accommodation is quite an important thing. For me, it was very important. If you have seen my other videos, you know that I'm very at home here. I'm very happy with my room. I feel very comfortable here, which is probably one of the most important things. So when looking for a uni, you need to find somewhere that you'll feel comfortable. So also get a feel for the transport. You need to know how much money you're going to be spending. Do they have good bus routes? How are you going to be getting to and from uni each day? Most unis don't allow you to have a car if you're living in halls, so you're going to need to look into that and seeing how to get from place to place. It depends on where you go. Some unis are very small and they'll be in very small towns. Like, I'm quite lucky. I'm 40 minutes walk away from my actual campus where I study, so I'm kind of lucky in that sense. It's only a half an hour bus ride, but obviously if you're going to somewhere like London, you need to think about tubes, you need to think about where you're living, you need to think about the general area of where you're staying. So I would say research the area that the accommodation you might be in is in, research the area of the uni, just kind of get a feel of how safe you're going to feel, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying be really paranoid and research the crime rate for like the area, because that's just kind of ridiculous, but you know, kind of get a feel of the place and if you are gonna genuinely feel safe and happy there. Obviously that is just me saying that. Where I am, I had to be very comfortable in the town. I looked up the town, I came to the town beforehand, I had to be very comfortable where I was staying. I looked at university in London and we literally got off the tube and I hated it. Like, the area, I just did not feel safe in it. It just was not my kind of vibe. I was like, no, I don't like it. It's not for me. And like from then on I just did not like it. The uni itself I really didn't like either, to be completely honest, but the area is also a very, very important thing that you need to look at. So also look at things like the student union, what kind of freshers events do they do, because that is like the prime thing that will help you get to know people. Also societies, look up the societies of the uni and see what they have. Obviously don't decide what uni you want to go solely based on, oh, well, they've got no societies that I like. That's just ridiculous, because you'll find other activities to do that will help you make friends. But yeah, just kind of look up the uni. Look at the website. If the website's trash, then obviously the uni is trash. It sounds like a really trivial thing, but if you email the uni and they don't get back to you, that's not a good sign. If you look at the uni's website and it's not good, you know what I mean, not a good website, then they obviously don't put that much thought into it or money into it, or you know what I mean. It sounds really trivial, but it's kind of true. I would just say to research the uni. Research a number of unis, because at the end of the day, if you want to go to uni, you need to find a uni. Research, research, research. Tip number 3 is to attend an open day. Seriously, you have to attend an open day, and like I don't know how people choose a uni solely based on what they see on a website. The university that I went to in London, I'm not going to name the name. The website looked amazing, it looked so fancy, it looked flashy. They made a big deal about how great their facilities were and how lovely everyone was and how good the course was. I got there and I hated it. If I hadn't have gone to the open day, I probably would have still applied. I'm glad I went, because it was what I needed to see. I needed to go and see that it was horrible. Gloucestershire, I hadn't really thought about looking here. I think it was my granddad, he'd said that there was someone he knew that had a kid here. I hadn't really thought about looking, and then my mum was like, well, why don't you just look and we'll see what it's like. So I looked at the website, I liked the website. I came to the open day not thinking that there was going to be anything I loved about it, and I loved it. Like I said, if I hadn't have been to the open day, I wouldn't have known. I probably would have ended up going somewhere else. You know, going to the open day will give you a good idea of the journey. It allows you to meet staff. You also get to see the facilities, and you probably will get an accommodation tour. The uni in London I went to didn't offer an accommodation tour, which I also really didn't like, because it didn't let me see where I would be living if I'd gone there. The open days I went to helped me make the decision as to what ones I wanted to apply to. If I hadn't gone to any open days, I probably would have applied for all the ones that I'd seen online, and it just gave me an opportunity to see the place and see the kind of journey, how long it was going to take and stuff like that, and it was a really beneficial thing to actually go to an open day. I think out of all of them, going to an open day is probably my top bit of advice. You have to go to an open day. They are honestly so beneficial. You will go there and you'll know if you want to go to that uni. Like, you'll just know. So number 4 is probably more for media kind of course. Basically, what I would say is you need to find a uni that has good industry contacts. That might just be for media, but obviously for other courses too. If you want to do a music course, do they have good contacts within the music industry? If you want to do an English course, do they have good contacts with like newspapers or publishing companies, stuff like that? You have to find a uni that will have good contacts and will get you a job. For me personally, if I didn't want to go into TV, I wouldn't be doing a TV degree. For me, that would have been completely pointless. So industry contacts, look up the staff that will be teaching you, look at what they've done, look at their job, how qualified they are for it, and you know, if they have any contacts within the industry that you want to go to it into. Speak to students on the open days, ask them if they've done any work experience based on their course and stuff like that. I think that can give you a really good idea of how you're going to be able to get a job after. But you know, just get a good idea of if you can get a job after your degree in the field of work that you have studied for 3 years. Another thing I would say to do is look up the uni stats, the league tables, the student forums. Students will rate the uni, they will rate the course that you've looked at, they will rate the accommodation, they rate everything. There will be percentages on like how good the well-being is, how good the doctor there is. You look up everything like that. If you get a uni that, you know, students say that the accommodation is terrible and they hate it and that the course they did was terrible, it's advice from actual students, I would take it, you know what I mean? Obviously, take a look at how many people have actually answered. Website Uni Stats, students go on and they rate their uni. It does say how many students have answered, so if you get 1,000 students answering saying it's terrible, then take that advice. If you get 40 students answering saying it's terrible, then that probably isn't as reliable as a bigger sum of people. Look into what students have rated it. Look at the league tables, see where they're ranked on like how good the course is in the country and stuff like that. Obviously, you know, stats isn't the be all and end all, but you can usually get a good idea if students themselves have been saying, yeah, this was terrible or this was amazing. So look on the website Uni Stats for things like that. It will help you get a good idea of what you're kind of going to expect. The last tip that I have is instinct. You have to use your own instinct. When I looked at unis, I think the sole thing that forced me to apply was like me instinctively going there and being like, can I see myself here? Yes. Does it feel right? When you go to an open day, do you feel comfortable? Do you feel like you can spend the next 3 years there? Can you see yourself living there? Can you see yourself doing that course? Can you see yourself being surrounded by those people for 3 years? It all sounds probably really pedantic or whatever. Is that the word? Pedantic? I've been at uni for 4 weeks and think of the vocab. I've literally written here, sometimes you just know. Sometimes you do just know. Like when I was here looking at the open days, I just knew that this was the right place for me. I felt so comfortable. I felt really, really good. Oh my god. I'm joking, I'm dying. Oh my god. I felt really comfortable here. I felt really comfortable with the people. I felt really comfortable, you know, at the uni itself. Sometimes you do just know. So listen to your instincts. Just a little add-in. Thing I would say is you don't necessarily have to look at the best universities. Sometimes the best universities are not the best. There are plenty of universities that are Russell Group that they claim are amazing and they have students that are really, really not enjoying it. Don't just look at the good unis. Look at all kinds of universities. You know, if you want to do an English degree, you don't have to go to Oxford to do an English degree. English degrees are in every university, I think. Make sure that the uni that you apply to or the unis you apply to are right for you and you can see yourself at all 3 of them. Do not apply to 5 unis and only really want to go to one. Try to search for ones that you feel comfortable at and that you can see yourself living at for the next 3 or 4 years, because at the end of the day, if you can't stand being at a university for an hour, then you're not going to stand being at a university for 4 years, are you? I feel like that is all I have to say. Words of wisdom from Charlotte. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe down below if you want to see more of my videos. I'm going to try and even out the uni videos now because literally every video lately has been uni based and I feel like it's probably going to get a bit annoying. I did ask some of you guys on an Instagram story poll thing what videos you wanted to see, so I've got a... Is someone waving at me? Yeah, I asked some of you guys on my Instagram story poll thing what kind of videos you wanted to see, so I've got more of an idea now of what to post. I think I'm gonna do a Halloween video. I think, as in already have filmed, not sure if I'm gonna post it yet. Like I said, I'm literally, this is gonna be the first video on the new Adobe Premiere Pro. So I don't know how good it's gonna be. I'm not quite accustomed to it yet. If it's rusty, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna start making some of those videos that you guys wanted to see soon. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. If if you are struggling to find a university that you want to look at, and hopefully it gave you some tips and tricks and things to do if you are struggling. I mean, this is basically just everything I did, and like I said, I'm very happy where I am. It seemed to have worked for me, fingers crossed. I am literally just a month in. That's kind of all the advice I have for you guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Also, I'm seeing Harry Styles this month. And I'm wearing his top. And I bought a jumper on the way that cost £70. Fun times. Oh well. Student loan life. I'm gonna go edit this video now. Or maybe do a thumbnail. That's probably a good idea. And then I can edit it in Photoshop. I need to take some cough medicine. Listen to that.